Hi, I'm Gu Yeheng, a Year 1 medical student from University Kebangsaan, Malaysia, with the matrix number of A211105. Now, the topic today that I'll be talking today is that teachers must ensure they arrive to class on time to promote punctuality among their students. Maybe it's better to start with an example to better see the big picture. Now, imagine a classroom where students are seated, books open, eyes on the clock, but waiting. The teacher strolls in 10 minutes late. What does this message that send? This means that punctuality isn't something that is just taught, but it's modeled by the teachers instead. And when teachers fail to lead by the example, the entire standard for timeliness begins to crumble. Now, every one of us must have set someone in our lives as a role model. For most, it's going to be our parents, and after that only will be our teachers. What does this mean? This means that teachers' role in our lives is only second to our parents. Now, this is why this topic is so important to all teachers, because they hold such an important role as a model to students worldwide. As a medical student who understands the importance of discipline in professional practice, I believe teachers serve as powerful role models, and by consistently arriving to class on time, they set a visible standard of punctuality, shaping students' attitudes and behaviors towards responsibility and time management. These are the values that are essential not only in medicine, but in all aspects of life. Teachers who are punctual are most likely to have influenced their students to be punctual individuals. Now, in today's speech, I'll be talking about how teachers guide their students to be punctual individuals, not by conventional teaching, but by modeling instead. I'll be also talking about how can teachers do so, and what are the consequences if they do not take this matter seriously. Now, to begin with, let's first see what would happen if teachers somehow choose to ignore their role as role models to their students. That's right, you'll only get a batch of students who no longer value punctuality in their daily lives. Now, if the teacher are constantly late to class, the student might assume that punctuality isn't something that is important anymore, which leads them to have a general lack of discipline among students. Now, studies from Emilia, Suhoyo, and Utomo in 2023 have shown that students often look up to teachers as role models, and therefore, when they observe a teacher repeatedly arriving late, they may internalize this behavior as acceptable or even normal. Now, from another study by De Colo et al. In 2024, it states that without strong examples of punctuality, students may not learn how to manage their time effectively, which leads to them possibly stop prioritizing deadlines or even fail to understand the importance of being on time, which can negatively impact their academic process or even their future ethics. Now, some might say it's easier said than done, and I don't disagree with it. And that is why we will be talking about how to make teachers always willingly act as a role model to their students. Now, the school plays an important role. Now, the school can create a positive culture that values and rewards punctuality to motivate teachers to prioritize being on time, thus making teachers continue being punctual throughout their career. Now, when teachers are praised or rewarded for being on time through simple gestures like verbal recognition, certificates, or even small incentives, through this, they feel appreciated and more likely to continue this behavior. Now, or in a school where teachers value punctuality, what does this create? This creates a positive peer influence that strengthens the commitments of teachers. Now, being part of a team that respects time, this creates a sense of shared responsibility and encourages everyone to be on time by implementing the ways stated just now. Now what do we get? What we get now is a batch of promising students who have placed punctuality as one of their main core values. Punctual teachers model good behavior for students, especially when they see their teacher valuing time. Now they are more likely to adopt similar habits, which supports discipline and time management in their own lives. From a study by Werku in 2022, it states that when students consistently see their teacher arriving on time, this reinforces the idea that being responsible and disciplined is something that is important, but not that just in school, but in life as well. Now, observing punctuality in their role models helps students understand the value of managing their time well, which is a skill they will carry into higher education or even their future careers. Or another study shown by Howden School in 2024, it states that punctual teachers show respect for students' time, which often leads to students reciprocating that respect by arriving and prepared on time, fostering a classroom culture built on mutual respect. Now, to conclude, let us reflect on how powerful our teachers' role in shaping the minds of students to be better individuals in the growing society. All in all, students without the guidance of teachers can only lead to them going down to the wrong path, in the end leading them to a lot of difficulties in the future. We surely do not want this kind of situation from happening, right? So by understanding the role of teachers, we can prevent such things from happening. And instead, what do we have? We would lead them to be their own self in the near future. Now, starting today, let's make a conscious effort to be in our classroom before the bell rings, not just for the sake of schedule, but to set a living example to our students. Every minute we arrive on class is a minute we teach responsibility without saying a word. Let us be the best example to our students, not just through our lessons, but through our actions. Because when we lead with punctuality, we don't just teach it, we inspire it. And that's all from me. Thank you very much.